Hey everybody, it's Nick from the Cigar Pulpit here, and I have a special guest for a very short, brief little addendum to a recent episode. How you doing, Noah?
That's good. I understand we have some breaking
We
news.
have some breaking news here. So, evidently, you and I are being accused of being ghouls and killing the 39th president, Jimmy Carter. Um, Jimmy Carter passed away today, Sunday, January 29th, or I'm sorry, December 29th. I'm already looking ahead to 2025 here. December 29th. And I just want to point out, you and I did not kill Jimmy Carter.
He was 100 years old at
He
the
was
end of the day.
100 years old. He was diagnosed
Brain
with
cancer for 2 years.
melanoma in 2015. I
He's been
mean,
on a hospice for roughly 75 years.
yeah. So I mean, for God's sakes, we didn't kill the man, but I do feel as though it is important to since you and I have spent two different annual death episodes, basically mentioning him. I figured it would be good to circle up and just add this little addendum to our 2024 passing episode by saying
So
that
technically we were right with our 2023 episode. So he would have been a correct pick for this past year.
bingo, bingo. So our bases were covered in both categories, be it last year or this year. Either which way, we're covered. But
Mhm.
but no, Jimmy Carter, he passed away at age 100. He'd been receiving hospice care technically since February of 2023 at his home in Plains, Georgia, where he lived with his wife of 77 years, Rosalind Carter. She passed away November 19th of 2023. Um, Jimmy
Yeah,
Carter,
I thought he was going to go right after her. It's
I
usually
did
what
too. I did
happens.
not anticipate him getting another year plus
Mhm.
since she passed. But Jimmy Carter was the first U.S. president to reach their 100th birthday. And a little historical note here: Carter was elected president in 1976, defeating Republican incumbent Gerald Ford in the aftermath of the Watergate scandal. Carter served one term before losing re-election in 1980 to Ronald Reagan, and Carter's bid was hobbled by an inability to resolve the Iran hostage crisis, a standoff that lasted 444 days. Carter also was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002 for his human rights work around the world. He went to North Korea. He went to there was some negotiation work he did in Africa that he is credited for. There's obviously there was the work he did in the Middle East during his presidency. Anyway, but more specifically, Carter spent the next 4 decades on humanitarian work, and for years he and his wife could be found at construction sites, hoisting beams and pounding nails into to build homes for the disadvantaged with the nonprofit organization Habitat for Humanity. Which, dude, as much as you and I joke about Jimmy Carter, he did do some he did do some good work, you know?
Yeah, I would argue that he was a horrible president, but he did a lot better as a non-president
For sure.
post-presidency.
Definitely. He was a much better ex-president than he was a president in that regard.
And he seemed like a genuinely good guy, you
Yeah.
know, former peanut farmer. So that must be his secret
I
to
peanut
longevity is those good old peanuts.
peanuts are the
Yeah,
cure. Exactly. So
yeah.
but yes, so as much as we joke, I think it was good that we circled back and gave and one other thing about Jimmy Carter that I learned in all this that I didn't realize. He was the first US president to be born in a hospital.
Oh,
Prior to,
uh,
prior to him, they'd all been born like at home or somewhere like whatever, but like he was the first US president to be born in a hospital.
yeah. I would have thought that would have come a lot sooner.
You would have thought, but evidently not. So, I mean,
And we a little behind the curtain, we actually delayed our original recording of the death pool because we thought, well, what if Jimmy Carter could go any day here?
we did.
Let's delay it a week.
We
And
pushed it back as far as we could, and
mhm,
we were 2 days too early. Well,
so
3. I mean, because we
so
recorded on the 26th, so We're 3 days
Do
too early,
you
but yeah.
do you know if Carter is a subscriber to the podcast? Maybe he kind of heard the news and decided this is it.
I don't know that. I don't know. I can't drill down to specific IP addresses, so unfortunately, I don't know.
Look,
But
look for downloads in Georgia.
I was gonna say Georgia's not a bad state for me, so it's not impossible to think that somebody that at least knew him maybe didn't hear it. So it's
Do
feasible.
you think that? Do you think Trent knew Jimmy Carter?
Fucking Trent. I bet it was Trent. I'm gonna blame Trent. I think Trent sent word to Jimmy Carter, you need to die in 2024 to screw up their picks. But he didn't count on the fact that we picked him in 2023 as well. So
Yeah, there you go.
we still win. So
It's a loophole.
it is a loophole. Well, but see, okay, that also means that I get a point for 23, but you also get another point. So you still win 2023, 2 points to one.
So there we go.
Because
Now
you
we
got that
just
Bob Newhart thing going on out there.
yeah. Now we just got to be careful that Dick Van Dyke and Frankie Valli don't die in the next couple of days here.
See, that would, well, okay, Dick Van Dyke was on our 2023 list. So that would still count. But Frankie Valli, that's the one that you got to worry about. Because that's the one that if he were to pass in the next, 3 days, 2 days, 2.5 days, whatever, you're not going to get the point for that. Although, no, wait a minute. We extended it. We said basically that our picks would go from recording date to recording date. So it kind of overlap. It's not necessarily Jan 1 through December 31st. It's in this case, December 27th through whatever date we record that in 2025. So,
we gave ourselves a little buffer.
Well, you have to because, you can't, unless I want to literally end the year or start the year with the death pool. And I kind of felt that was a little morbid to be like, 2025, last episode of 2025. Here's everybody that died. I kind of thought that, maybe, yeah. So, no, I think this is the best way of doing it. So, the bottom line is everybody who's saying, oh, you guys don't, we get the point. But we didn't kill him.
This is not a Bob Saget situation.
Damn it. I want it for the record. I had nothing to do with the Bob Saget situation. But, but nonetheless, no, this is not a Bob Saget situation. We did not kill him. But our condolences go out to the Carter family because,
R.I.P.
Yeah. Take it easy, peanut farmer. So, anyway, well, Noah, thank you so much for the brief little update here. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or, well, no, you get a few hours left of your weekend. But then coming up on Tuesday, I'll have Trey Mac for the New Year's Eve episode. So take it easy, and we'll talk to everybody later.
Happy New Year. Stay smoky.